did you get all of this money, man? Where did you get this kind of cash? What are you doing?
Unknown sources.
Oh my God. So today is an adventure. It's actually going to be a pretty big adventure. I'm not exactly sure if I can even disclose what we're going to do because this is some covert type of stuff we are on right now. You know, I haven't left the house in probably about a month. I don't know what that was. That might have been a battery though. I haven't left the house in about a month. This is actually the first time that I've gotten out of the house. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, gotta do something, you know. Can't sit in the house all day.
And then add on to that, today I just did my very first Joe getting interviewed. I've interviewed tons of people and it's really pretty easy for me to interview people. But for me to actually get interviewed, this was crazy. Not to mention, this was not like just some little run-of-the-mill thing that interviewed me today. It was actually BBC News. I'm not sure if you know what BBC News is or not, but in my own personal opinion, BBC News is like the biggest overseas news broadcasting network there is. Have you ever heard of BBC News?
Yes, I have.
What do you think? They're kind of small?
No, they're, I'd say they're everywhere.
Sort of like AfterPrisonShow is these days. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. It's Broke Wing. Can you see him over there? He's just chilling. He's gonna be a broke wing if he tries to come out into this traffic. Don't you do it, bird. Don't you do it. Shit, I should probably be watching out. People might try to get me swatted by vlogging. Somebody commented a long time ago and they said, Joe, you have to be careful of what was that noise? Oh my God, I just got shot! That was the wind. I'm already paranoid. But somebody commented a long time ago and they said, Joe, you have to be careful of revealing too much if you're doing any kind of a vlog. Maybe I haven't learned my lesson yet. This is not a good look. You know, if the police see this, we're going to jail.
Well, if they were going to jail then.
Joe and Cody go to jail, not clickbait. This little garage door, can you see that over there? That right there is where they bring the van in from the jail and you get escorted into the little holding cells while you're waiting to go to court. This building right here is where I got sentenced to 7.5 years in prison for non-violent drug offenses. What we're going to do today, I guess I should just go ahead and tell you. I haven't told you yet. I haven't said what we're going to do, right? Oh yeah, I said we were on a covert type of mission. And that's exactly what this is, because today we are actually going to pay off that big ass court fine that I got that notice for. Notice of intent to file lien, immediate action required. I'm not exactly sure why you would send me this, but it goes on to say, the courts listed on the detailed statement of outstanding liabilities have not received payment of the above referenced debt. Unless the full amount of the debt is paid, a third-party lien may be issued against your wages or bank accounts. It's $7,291.14. Yeah, we're just gonna need you to go ahead and pay $7,200 in 11 days. Otherwise, we're just gonna go ahead and go after your wages and your bank account. Now, there's something that I have to tell you about this court fine situation. I wish I would have filmed, Cody, what did I say? I said I wish I would have filmed when I called the courts to figure this whole thing out, right? Yep. Because what was that like? Just how crazy was that?
Very interesting.
How many different total amounts did they say I owed?
Probably about 3 or 4.
3 or 4 different total amounts is what I was told. I called the courts first. They told me I couldn't do anything except call court debt collections. I called court debt collections. They told me this humongous amount of money. So then I called back to the courts because they told me I had to go pay the money to the court. I couldn't do it through court debt collections. So I called the courts and I say, hey, look, I just got off the phone with court debt collections and they told me I have to call you guys back. I have to pay the money to you. And they said, oh yeah, that's right. We just thought you were trying to set up a payment plan. I said, no, I'm trying to pay this whole thing off in full today. How did I get this money? I know you're curious to know. Do you really want to know how I got the money? He actually loaned me this money. Hey, Cody. I swear to God, I'm gonna pay you back, man. I swear.
I hope so, or else we're gonna have some problems.
I don't know where I'm gonna come up with $8,000, but I promise you, holy shit, I thought that thing was coming over here. But I promise you, some way, I'll pay you this money. Do you take any other forms of payment besides cash? I could do you a favor. I mean, I don't want to really...
We can talk about that later.
It would be an $8,000 favor. But anyways, I got completely off track with talking about sexual favors in exchange for this money that I'm being loaned. The whole point is that when I called the courts referred me to the collections agency. When I called the collection agency, they referred me back to the courts. And throughout the entire process of all of this, I was told like 3 or 4 different total amounts that I owed. So we're just going with one of these amounts. We're going to the courts today, and I'm gonna pay off one of these major fines that I owe. Is that my scooter? That's my scooter. That guy painted my scooter. Oh, what's this? What we got going on here? What are you doing, dude? I think he was trying to tie his trunk down with a bungee cord. Hey, so did I tell you I'm going out of town? So I'm going on Sunday, I'm leaving. I'm going to Northern Virginia, and I'm gonna do a video with a guy who is ex-CIA. And basically he like ended up going to prison. His story is crazy, but can you imagine what it was like for a ex-CIA agent to go to prison? You know what it kind of feels like? It kind of feels like we're on that Casey Neistat type of shit today. What do you think? We just need some time lapses, some sunsets, some clouds moving.
Boosted board too.
We need a boosted board. We need we definitely need a boosted board. We could go boost a boosted board. How to boost a boosted board, only on After Prison Show. Or we could do one of them slow motion train through the snow videos that are all over YouTube right now, because there certainly is a train about to go by. It would be awesome to capture some footage of that. We're live by the side of a fucking train going 45 miles an hour. Oh, there's that same car. How the hell did that guy get in front of us? What the fuck? That's that same car we just saw with the, look at the trunk of this thing. How is that even allowed on the road? Look at the license plate. And he's driving the car like this. Lean back in the seat like he's cool. Dude, the trunk is crushed into the back seats. You're not cool driving a car like that. I would know. I drove a Nissan Maxima 1987 box style car that I crushed the trunk into the back of the front seats that literally ejected me through a sunroof that was closed. I wasn't very cool doing that. So we're just leaving the bank. And again, Cody, thank you so much for this, man. I mean, you really, really came through.
No problem.
But I've got to go pay something like $7,500 right now to this court. And if you've never seen what $7,500 looks like, I've never seen what $7,500 looks like, but it looks like this. That is a lot of damn money right there. Cody, where did you get all of this fucking money, man? Where did you get this kind of cash? What are you doing?
Unknown sources.
Oh my God, well, whatever the situation is, that right there is Joe's court fine. $7,500. Tasty cakes. If you were in prison, Cody, your nickname potentially could be Tasty Cakes.
It's okay. I guess it's better than some names.
It's not a bad nickname to have, though. I mean, it might potentially get you pretty far in prison. How do you think this is going to go walking into this courtroom with all this cash?
I think they're going to be happy he's about to get all that money, but we'll see.
The real question is, though, is whether or not they're going to let us film this, because we are going in here to try to film this. Are you nervous about this?
Somewhat.
I'm fucking nervous. Anytime I've ever been to a courthouse, it's been for some bad things. This is actually one of the first times I'm going to a courthouse for something that's good. Look at this, it doesn't even fit in the box. The box doesn't even want to close. Look at that shit. Can you see all that? What if they tried to detain us walking into the courtroom with a box, or because of all this money? This would be insanity. This is crazy because this is the actual court that sent me to prison for 7.5 years. We're actually walking right over here past This little garage door, can you see that over there? That right there is where they bring the van in from the jail, and you get escorted into the little holding cells while you're waiting to go to court. This building right here is where I got sentenced to 7.5 years in prison for nonviolent drug offenses. And this box right here contains all of the money that they fined me to because of those charges. I'm really curious to know how they're gonna react inside of this building. One, we've got this suspicious box. Two, it contains all of this cash. And three, we're filming this. What are your thoughts, Cody?
Definitely gonna be interesting, I'll tell you that. Let's see how they go when we walk in.
They're gonna be like, what's in the box? I'm gonna be like, $7,500 in straight cash, homie. Well, it doesn't look like you're coming in here with me. So I guess this is where we part ways. I'm gonna have to let you know how this goes right here. This is crazy. I really, really wanted to have this on camera. I walked in with a fistful of cash, and I walk out with papers. But the most important paper that I walked out of there with is this one right here. Can you read that? That says paid in full. Now here's the crazy thing about this entire situation. One, I realized that was a mistake. Walking in there with that much cash, not only did they have to count every single bill by hand, they also had to take one of them markers to every single bill as well. Oh my God, I just got shot! I don't know what that was. I think this truck just ran over a bottle. It was crazy. It's crazy. You should have been there. But not only did they have to count every single bill by hand, they also had to take one of them magic markers to make sure every bill was legit. This literally took every bit of 2 hours inside that court building. Here's the craziest damn thing about it all. I walked in with $7,500 in cash to pay off all of these fines. Every one of these fines now says full payment. But I haven't told you the craziest part about it all yet. Walked in with $7,500 in cash to pay off all of this stuff. I was $1 short. I got to the last court and I owed $157 and I had $156. And the woman who was in the clerk's office, this nice woman who was working behind the counter, her name was Glenda. She actually gave me that $1. Thank you so much, Glenda. Thank you for helping me to get these court fines paid off.